Hi, I'm Al Stroud. I'm a resident here at Frisco Lakes, and now that you have registered for your Activenet account, you're going to be able to do a number of things with that account. Probably the most important thing you can do with it is to register to attend activities here at Frisco Lakes. What I want to do in this particular YouTube video is to just show you how to go about doing that very thing, registering for activities. So to do that, you're going to first log into your Activenet account, and you can see that's what I've done here. I'm on my account options page, and I'm going to go down to where it says under online services, register for activities. And should by any chance you get to this home page, don't forget you can either get back to my accounts page by clicking on this little my account blue block over here. So again, I'm going to go down to register for activities under online services. When I do that, it takes me to this page which lists all of the activities that are currently available for registration. And if you scroll down this page as you come to it at the start, you'll see first of all it's in alphabetical order. So I go from Arboretum trip down to a bunch of fitness center and then the GEX passes. So there are 20 results per page on here, and there are 3 pages of results. So there could very well be things I'm not seeing right away. This page can be sorted a number of ways, but before we start sorting it, I want to show you what's on this page. It's got a number of headings across here. One of them is activity name. You can see here it says Arboretum bus trip. If I want more information about this Arboretum bus trip, there's a little eye, white eye and a gray dot. If I put my cursor on that, it gives a much longer explanation of what the activity actually entails. And of course that varies, can be very long, can be very short. If you want even more information than that about the particular activity, you can go down here where it says quick view, and it has like just a little symbol next to it. You can go ahead and click on that, and you can see that it gives you a much more thorough description, including the price of the event and other things that you may need to know. So that's just what you can get as information about the event. The next column is activity number, and I don't use that for anything that I can think of. The next one is a list of how many of open, and that's how many open seats or spaces are still available in that event. So as you can see, this Arboretum trip is a waiting list now, is all you're can sign up for, but there's still 291 seats available for the Board of Directors meeting. And the next thing is the date, so that's the November Board of Directors meeting. It tells you where it's going to take place under location. In this case it's Village Center. It gives you the building, not the particular room number. And then it gives you a place to add to your cart, which is saying that you want to enroll for it. And as you can see, it's just for Arboretum, it would just be putting you on a wish list right now. So that's what's on the list. If you want to sort it so that it maybe is a little easier to find what you want, there are a number of ways to do that. As I say, right now this is alphabetical. And if you go to this little block up here in the top right, it says sort by an activity name. If I click on the little down arrow, it will show me that I can do it by a number of other things. Probably the most useful of those is the first meeting or date description, which means it's going to sort by the date of the event. So now I have a bunch of fitness orientations and oil painting and other things. It's just changed the order, so now I have all my November events that are coming up, because right now for me it's mid-November, so this gives us a better sort on it. I'm going to just leave it like that for now, because I still have 44 events showing. This says displaying 1 to 20 of 44. But let's say I wanted to look for a specific event, like Board of Directors. I can just type it in here in this search block, and then click on search, and it brings me directly to that board of directors meeting. So if you know the event you're searching for, you can do it very easily just by typing it in right there. Another option, I'm going to clear that search. So now I've got my 44 events again. The other thing I can do is down here on the left side, it will let me sort, for example, by particular dates. If I just wanted to find out the things that were going on during a particular 2-week period, for example, I could do that. I could go down here and say, let's look at everything that's going to happen. This brings up a calendar. I'm going to switch it to December. I want to know everything that's going on from December 15th till the end of the year. So now I'm going to use this other calendar. I'm going to go to December, and I'm going to go to December 30th. And now it shows me the event that is taking place during that time period that I can enroll in. So that's just a way of going about, just one event. So that's the way you would go about sorting it by date. So I'm going to just delete those for now. I'm just going to highlight them and erase them. And I'm going to go back up here and say there's also, if I wanted to just find out events that were on Tuesdays, I can click that. If I want to add Thursday events, so now I can look at all of the Tuesday and Thursday events that are available for me to enroll in. So again, there are a number of different ways to sort this to try and find what you're looking for. For most of you, the easiest thing is going to be to type it in most of the time because you usually know what you're looking for. So at any rate, let's just go back to this. Let's say I wanted to find that board of directors meeting. Got to uncheck these Tuesday and Thursday things. Okay, board of directors. Okay, I'm looking for the board of directors meeting. I want to enroll in that. So I'm going to go over here and make sure I've got the right event, right date. I'm going to add it to my cart. So I click on that, and that takes me to this enrollment page. The first thing I'm going to see in that is it asks who will be participating. So I could select myself or my wife. I can only do one at a time. So I'm going to do myself now. I'm going to go down here where it says next. It takes me to a select fees page. The fee for this is $0. I'm going to do one of me, so the price is $0. And now I'm going to proceed to the shopping cart. When I do that, it gives me a verification of how much I'm going to owe. And now I'm going to proceed to checkout. Proceeding to checkout will take me to this waivers page. These are waivers. When you came to Frisco Lakes and you started to participate in events, you signed a generic waiver. This now asks you to acknowledge that waiver whenever you're signing up for events. And there will sometimes be different waivers, but these are things which you've already actually signed a paper on, and it's going to ask you to acknowledge those each time you do it. The Village Center has been doing this for you when you've registered for things, but now you get to do it yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and click on next after I have acknowledged that. When I do that, it says my order is complete, so now I'm registered. If I had wanted to register my wife, there is a place before you get here where it will let you do that. So I may take you through another one real quick just so you can see that. I'm going to go back to activities. So let's say I wanted to register well, I'm going to go ahead and register her because I think I can show you this. I'm going to register her for the same thing, the Board of Directors meeting. I'm going to go through the same process here. It says select family member to enroll. I'm going to check her. Go to next. Same thing on this. But if you get to this page, you'll see register another participant for this activity. So at this point, I could have stopped and gone back and added her to my shopping cart before I finished. It's just an easier way to do it rather than doing it twice. You can go back right here, and then you're doing the waivers and stuff for everybody at once. So that's basically what there is to enrolling for an account for an activity. I hope this has been helpful to you. I will be doing other YouTubes for other things in this Activenet account. I hope you'll take a look at them, and thank you very much for joining me.